This is the song that I hear right before I make love to a beautiful woman, all right?
Sitting here at the Greyhound station, emotions running wild for you. I wanna feel you deep inside me, but I don't think you can take a clue. Friends are friends and we are friends, yeah. We've been friends since we were young. We know so much about each other. I bet you didn't know, I know you're hung. Forbidden love,
Forbidden love,
a special love,
forbidden love,
a man-made love,
forbidden,
a special kind of love, a special kind of love, a special kind of love, a special kind of love.
All right, stop clapping. All right, check us out on the web at www.somethingelsetv.com. We got a new sketch every Wednesday. You can check out a little comedy, too, because we're pretty funny.
I'm Ryan Ayersman. I'll be joining you this evening as your host. I thank you all very much for coming on out. Not normal anymore. So by the year 2050, I'll be able to stand in line at Walmart and be able to look at lines on women's magazines like 10 Ways to Really Oil His Hinges. And I've seen iRobot. It's just not a good idea. Maybe it's not such a bad idea. Maybe the idea of fucking metal isn't so bad. Imagine us two on dates at the mechanic shop because I need to get my car worked on and she needs to be oiled. I want you all there at my wedding when that happens. And the best part about it is, divorce, no messy papers. You just click off.
But this is how you can determine if a girl is hot, cute, or good enough for a poke. For example, if a girl has big hoop earrings on, that's kind of hot. If she has little homemade earrings that she made herself, that's cute. And if she has ears, she's good enough for a poke. I've got a few more. Calm down. If she has like a nice thick ass, that's hot. She has a sweet little ass, that's cute. And if she's capable of remembering to wipe her ass, she's good enough for a poke. If this girl has a firm grasp on her goals and ambitions, that's hot. If she has a firm grasp on her family and social life, that's pretty cute. If she has a firm grasp on my penis, she's good enough for a poke. If a girl has nice, perky C or D cups, that's hot. If a girl has nice, perky A or B cups, that's cute. And if a girl has a nice, perky condom in her purse waiting for me, that's good enough for a poke. Only two more. If a girl takes straight whiskey shots, that's hot. If a girl takes mixed girly shots, that's cute. And if a girl takes birth control, she's good enough for a poke.
Sorry if I don't seem as happy as I usually am. My mom tried to kill herself last week, and she didn't succeed. It's just one more thing she sucks at. College campuses in Indiana, I have never seen such a large amount of Dave Matthews Band fans. You do know that DMB is only one letter short of dumb, right? So I had colon cancer, but I had surgery. Now I just have a semicolon.
Done with this person, and no matter what fucking juke move you use, you're still gonna be stuck with them. This is what we're gonna do from now on. This is why everybody's here. We're gonna make a rule, and it's called go to the fucking right, okay? So go fucking right. I was spitting my A game at this little honey that I'd been chilling with all evening. And she was feeling it. I was using the old regulars like, I respect you. And my personal favorite, of course I care what you think. Yeah.
Presentation, right? And like, I'm distracted the entire time because I'm just sitting there thinking, did her boobs get bigger? I sit there the entire time. I'm literally distracted because I'm coming up with an equation to try to figure out whether or not her boobs got bigger based on the distance I am away from her. And I came up with this equation and I wrote it down on this big board. The equation is the size of my hand divided by how far I am away from the front of the room, F, plus the typical circumference theorem, distance times pi, or as I've written down, 3.1415926535892. And then you just divide all of that by the size of the breast, the previous size of the breast, in relation to my hand. And basically, I just came up with, she was wearing a really nice push-up bra.
I was gonna say, dude, even if you didn't have an equation, they do get bigger. They're always bigger.
And like I said, to make a bad situation even worse, he asked for IDs. Like I said, it was my birthday. I turned 18 that day. She was 15. Yeah. And she's crying. And the cop looks at her and says, "Hey, is this consensual?" This girl, she was a ditz. She thought consensual meant rape. So the cop goes, "Is this consensual?" She looks at him and she goes, "No."
That when there are shiny or furry things around, if they're shiny and furry at the same time, it's really bad. Women are not going to pay attention anymore. Like, if you really want your woman to shut up, just get something furry and wave it in her face. Oh, it's furry. Or just, jewelry is shiny. Get something shiny and just look like, no. And it's shiny. I said, oh, look at it. It's so shiny. Okay. And honestly, we'll shut up. We're done at that point. Okay. So I wake up and I'm like, son of a bitch, who's calling me at 12:30 on a Saturday? And I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's Grandpa. Okay, I'll answer, I guess. I've ignored the last 20 calls. And I go, hello? And this is my grandpa.
Georgia! Hello?
I forgot he was half deaf and using his bad ear, apparently.
You know what? When I came up here, and when I go anywhere, everyone thinks the same thing. And they actually say it. Wow, you're tall. People say it to me all the time. And you know what? Why is it okay for someone like me, you can say straight to their face, wow, you're really tall. But you can't go up to a midget and say, wow, you're fucking short. I find that very unfair. For example, I came up here, first thing I had to do, bring up the mic. And you know what? It's everywhere. I go into a movie theater, I have to crouch down to use a water fountain, I board a plane. No one sees me as a man. They see me as a tall man. Just like every other drug-dealing comedian, I once worked in a restaurant, and I made food deliveries. And one time I made a food delivery for $2,000 to an insurance company. And they stiffed me on the tip. Possibly because I was late, but do you know how hard it is to spit on $2,000 worth of food? It's nearly impossible. Yaz is the stupidest name that you could think of for birth control. I can't put that much responsibility in the hands of
of someone who's advertising companies into kindergarten. Like what the Yaz. I mean, what like the same companies are going to come up with the cure for autism. It's going to be called Ploop. I found 2 levels to masturbation. There's a little bit of joy and about 95% shame. You should be shamed of yourself.
All right, guys, that's the show. Thank you guys so much for coming on out. SomethingElseTV.com. Check it out. Have a good weekend, guys.
Laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Biatch! With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Biatch! With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
You're welcome. You're welcome.